I'm Marius and you're watching my application video for the Africa expedition.
In this video I want to tell you guys what's special about me and why I should be a part of this expedition. I think the most striking attitude about myself is that I've always loved to be outside in nature and to move my body. Therefore, I do a variety of outdoor sports.
I'm biking whenever possible. I'm jogging. I'm climbing. And I'm hiking. And sometimes I even do water skiing and canoeing.
And in the winter I enjoy snowboarding, snow kiting and skiing. That's the reason why I'm currently doing my introductions to become a skiing teacher. But my greatest passion of sports outside is the art of movement itself, parkour.
Parkour is defined by the art of getting from point A to a self-chosen point B the most efficient way. Therefore, the practitioner, called tracer, moves on a self-chosen way through the landscape or urban environment and overcomes every obstacle standing in his way.
Parkour changed me, my life, my body and my personality in every aspect.
Therefore, I want to present myself by telling you what I've learned through parkour. An elemental skill in parkour is balance. Balance, a word with a lot of different aspects. In parkour, we train balance on handrails, ropes and small walls. At first I wasn't able to do just 2 steps without help. Now I'm able to nearly walk normal on the handrail, balance backwards and without using my hands. That training teaches me more about myself. You have to be calm and breathe consciously. But that teaches you not only balancing on rails, you even learn about balance in life, being aware of your body and what you are doing, and of course being in balance with your environment. That was a starting point for me to become active in protecting our nature. I can comfortably walk on a normal rail, so balancing in heights should be no problem. But it is, because parkour is not only overcoming physical obstacles, the most challenging obstacles are in your mind. Through that, you are constantly confronted with your own fears and mind barriers, and I learned to overcome mental challenges as well. I love to train together with friends, because every time you can learn something new. We are always looking around, seeking for new ways and new possibilities to train. We often set new challenges for ourselves. In this scene, the challenge was to get from point A to point B without touching the ground. So it's a lot about creativity as well. Sometimes we spend hours of training on a simple park bench, just trying to make our movements fluently and thinking about new ways to overcome the obstacle. In parkour, I learned to hear into myself. There's no right technique in parkour. Everything which feels good is the right technique. You have to rethink movement habits and sometimes change them.
But wait, only outside, only in parkour? Shouldn't we rethink our normal habits as well?
Thoughts like that got me interested in philosophy. For example, every human being has learned to walk around the wall till he finds a door or anything like that. We, humans, are taught what we have to do and what we mustn't do. We accept that, making it our habits, instead of rethinking about it. Why don't climb the wall? Isn't that even more efficient? I learned to go my own way, instead of just following the mainstream. Couldn't it be the same with our energy, our whole life? Are we only following the usual ways? Are we just adapting to our parents? Maybe that's the reason why we are still dependent on fossil fuel. We only follow the old path, instead of finding our own new way. Strength training is something closely connected to parkour. It also told me more about myself, about feeling my body, and about my limits. Living through hard workouts, together with friends and alone, taught me discipline and endurance, and I realized that we can reach almost any goal if just our will is strong enough. Limits are only limits in our minds. As I started parkour in March 2010, at the age of 16, I wasn't someone who you can call a self-confident person. But through parkour and the change I've undergone, I learned that I am somebody, I'm special, and I'm able to do things which nobody before has ever done. I got self-confident and realized that having done parkour for about 1 year, I have something to share. Therefore, I got an active member of the Parkour Stuttgart Association, and we are giving free beginner workshops every month. I learned to stand my ground, and that I'm able to take over responsibility and teach a crowd of people about my passion.
Combining all this, I got a new side of my surrounding, about my environment. Where others see boring and odd houses, I see possibilities to move.
Often, I can't even stop grinning, knowing what I'm able to do with just a simple rail. As I'm always looking for new challenges and new adventures, and parkour is mainly used in urban fields, I also train method naturelle, doing the same, overcoming obstacles in nature, adding swimming and bouldering. We often train barefoot because only then you really can feel your landing and feel your environment.
As a guideline for our life with our parkour training, we developed 5 basic principles symbolized by the 5 fingers of our hand. And first, that's the thumb, because there's no good or bad in parkour.
So, there's no competition, just teamwork. And with friends on your side, even the highest wall is no problem. Through parkour, I learned teamwork and experienced deep friendship.
The second value is symbolized by the forefinger, carefulness. Take care of every step you do and always stay concentrated. If you don't feel the jump, then don't do the jump. I'm sure you know that sign, but what we mean is the complete difference. Respect your environment, respect yourself, and respect all the people around you.
We respect our training environment. We pick up rubbish, and if a jump fails and we fall into some plants, we do 20 push-ups as a punishment.
The ring finger symbolizes confidence, trust in yourself. You are able to do the jump, and you are able to change something if you really want.
The small finger stands for modesty. You're not better than anyone else. Every human is special and has certain talents.
All of these 5 principles together are a symbol of strength, the fist. You now may think that I'm just a good weather outdoorist, but in parkour there's no excuse for being lazy because of the weather. I think it's like Bruce Lee told the world, be water, my friend.
So we have to adapt to every given situation and acquire their special advantages. We shouldn't let anything stop us from being the best we can. Since I was a child, I was always fascinated about animals, nature, and all the complex mechanisms it had created. These mechanisms are way more effective and sustainable than any human-designed machine will ever be. And although I'm a passionate scientist and one of the best physics students in Germany, participating in the International Physics Olympiad 2012, I do not even know enough to understand just half of our nature.
I love to think about all the phenomena around us. Why is the sky blue? Why is the sunset red? And why is ice melting when we sprinkle salt over it? I often inspire my friends to discuss with me about the wonders of our nature.
Music creates a positive feeling and seems to connect you with your environment. Therefore, I play the alt and tenor saxophone in 2 orchestras and in 1 jazz band. I love traveling and therefore I'm involved in the project and website Parkour Exchange. And with our Parkour Association, we do trips visiting other tracers, for example, at the International Parkour meeting in Milano in spring 2011. And together with my mom and my twin sister, I visited several countries all over the world. Being part of a Christian scout group, I did several biking tours through the Netherlands and North Germany, and I hiked in the High Tatra from Slovakia to Poland. Sometimes we had to be imaginatively to find a place to sleep out there in the wilderness. Therefore, we often slept under the starry sky, where I could feel the relatedness to nature, and I realized that I have to protect our world, because I want my children to experience the same good feelings outside the nature as I. Now, my car is heading to Africa, and I want to be on board to this continent of extreme contrasts. People suffer from bitter poverty, although they live in a country rich of natural resources and a beautiful nature. I often thought about going to third world countries, helping to establish reliable water supply, because that's just what we have to do to save the life of poor children.
I want to bring in my scientific knowledge and my passion to explore, to head for new ways to rescue our planet. I'm not afraid of taking over responsibility and work together in an international team.
Now, it's time to do something. Together we can change our world.